Hey, reflexologists! Today we are looking at a tool that can help you schedule posts on Google My Business. This one is called OneUp, and you can see part of the reason that we're reviewing this one is while there's no free offer or free plan, there is at least a very affordable plan. You can see that if you pay annually, it's only $6 a month. If you choose to pay monthly, it's a bit higher at $12 a month. So that's probably a little more par for the course for some of the lower cost scheduling tools. Most of those, though, do not offer Google My Business. To get any kind of scheduling tool that includes Google My Business outside of this one and the recur post that I have in another video, it tends to be pretty expensive. So you can see, though, you get 3 social profiles and, some other stuff that's probably not that big of a deal. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through signing up and getting everything so you can kind of see that process, and then showing you how it works to help you see if this is a tool that you would like to use and how to use it if so. Okay, I filled out my information on that form, and then it brings me to this one. So I'm going to go ahead and click on just the monthly plan. I'm just going to sign up for the free trial so I can show you guys this. But this would be where you would make sure you choose, even regardless of what I had on that first screen when I clicked try it for free, I still have to confirm here which plan you want. And even if you're only wanting to do the 7-day free trial, you can see that they are going to require you to enter your credit card information, and you will have to be sure to either cancel before the date or they will start charging you every month and you'll be signed up. Okay, I entered my credit card information, and that brings me to this page where I need to start getting connected to my accounts. And you can watch the tutorial if you want, but basically with any social media scheduling tool, you can't do a whole lot unless you're connected to the social media that you want to do it. And this one gives us several different options. So you can connect to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, Google My Business, and apparently even Bitly. I do not like using link shorteners, and I do not encourage you to use them on any social media posts at all. Feel free to ask me in the comments why if you'd like me to tell you more. So you can do up to 3 with the cheapest plan on here. So depending on what you want to use. Right now we're going to focus on Google My Business though. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and get us hooked up here. And then I need to allow all of the permissions. And I have multiple accounts here so I can see multiple things. Most of you should just probably have your one main business and you'll just click on it. But you have to scroll down if you can't and click on Connect Selected Accounts. And we are now connected. Okay. For this demo, I'm only going to do the one. I can scroll down here. I can see that the account that I'm connected to, if for some reason you would need to ever change it, you can always delete that there. Now it's time to schedule a post and check out their features. So first we have to select a category. I've only got one choice, so there you go. And gonna click on, I think if there would have been more things I had connected, I would have had options, but there's the Google My Business. Now I can type a description and the image, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that with the More Feet Club content here really quickly. So I'm already on the April's content page. I'm going to scroll down to the images that are sized for Google My Business. I'm going to click on this one, right click to save it. And then I'm going to scroll up and I can access the Microsoft Word file that gives me some copy that I can use with the graphics. which is opening over here. And I'm going to scroll down to which one did I... How will I feel? There we go. Graphic looked a little bit different with that size than the one I have in here, but okay, so we're gonna go back to this. I'm gonna paste in my description, and I'm going to add my image. I'm going to upload it from my computer, and I can click on this to select the file, or I can just drag it from my browser. Open my file, and you can see that they actually have some options if you wanted to play with it. This would not be a good one to blur. However, you definitely could do that depending on the graphic you're using. You can, again, these aren't the right choices with this graphic that has words on them. You needed to crop it. You want to adjust the brightness of it, but we'll leave that alone. Contrast, again, you can kind of see some of these things here that you can play with. These images aren't even the ones that you would, ooh, I need to go back to that contrast and fix that, huh? You know what, we're just gonna cancel that and do it again. So okay, doing this again, nice clean graphic. You get the idea, you can play with those. We're just gonna upload it. And now you can see you have the option to add that image to the photos section of your Google My Business page. If you're posting a lot of content, that might not be something you want to do. If you want to keep the images of your photo section focused on showcasing your services and your building and things like that, those are the more important ones that I would want in the photo section. So I would not include something like this. However, if what you are posting is something that is very representative of the specific services you offer, your building, helping them find you, or seeing your space so they can feel comfortable walking into it, things like that, then I would choose to check it there. And then you have an option if it's an event, you can check that, so it will do that. But this one is neither. And then you have the CTA, which is call to action. So you can have a button that's a call to action. This will probably depend on how you want your clients to book with you. If you prefer them to call you, you can click call now. If you have a link to a booking site where they can book online, if you want them to, buy a gift card or something like that, and it links to something where they can buy, you can see your choices here. So for this one, we're going to do call now. And then your last choice here is to repeat. You can post this one time only and then pick a date and time, or you can repeat it. And you can see that their options would be to repeat this every week, which would probably not be the best choice to do with Google My Business because it just is going to be very, very repetitive. But you could choose to repeat it on a more custom basis is what I would probably suggest if you wanted to set up some kind of a rotation where you're posting certain ones every so often. You could definitely set that up here, which is probably what I would do rather than having it always be on like every Tuesday or on every 15th of the month or something like that. I would give it a more interesting variable, unless maybe, you have a monthly special and you want to post it on the 1st of every month, something like that too. But that would probably change. So anyway, you also, if you're going to repeat it, you could have it repeat like maybe 3 times. And then after that, it would no longer keep repeating. So that way you're not, or you could say maybe you wanted to post every day. Again, Google My Business posts will stay up for a week though, so you don't need to do that. But you could have it keep posting to be fresh during the time of maybe it's a promotion. So you wanted to repeat a little more frequently during your promotion. And when the promotion ends, you could put the end date there. So those are definitely some nice features, as well as being able to just post it once. And then now that I've chosen post once, I can choose to post it now, or I can schedule a specific date and time. So you can see here, I can pick, maybe I want it to go out on the 31st at 8:44 a.m. You know, that's a nice, easy thing, and I can click schedule. But before I do that, I'm going to show you the add to time slot option, which is not available on starter plans. So that's okay. Post a specific day and time. That is perfect. And we're just going to go ahead and post now just so it can go through. And you can see that there's the post, and in just a second here I will pull that up so you can actually see it live on the site. But I want to also, while I'm in here, show you. So that's showing you the scheduled posts. It was scheduled for now, and in a few minutes here it'll show up in the published. But just so you can see one more here, I'm going to do another one quickly. And you can even drag this down if you want to be able to read it all. And I should mention that, you know, while copy is provided, you should always read through it, change it as needed so that it fits you. We're going to go ahead and do another call to action. We're going to schedule this one for a week from now. Nope, we had a problem here. This one said that it failed to post. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment to investigate that, and then we'll move forward. Okay, I think I found the solution, but in the meantime, while I give it a chance to post and we can check to see if it worked, I want to show you that right now in the queue, we are in the normal view. And this is where I can see the scheduled post and I can see the order. So this one is scheduled to go out right now, which is 2:56 p.m. on a Friday. The next one is scheduled to go out at 2:52 p.m. on the next Friday, June 5th. So the other option here is to see the calendar view. And looks like this is all about these categories that we haven't really gotten into yet. So here you can see on the calendar, you can see that this one is going out. You see that little tiny icon there that tells me it's balance and harmony. It's Google My Business thing, because you can see the Google My Business icon. And then you can see the same thing for next week. And if I wanted to change this, I can simply do that. Pretty easy if you want to change when it's going out. So that is definitely a nice feature. You can scroll forward to the future months. You can choose to show the repeating posts. Now, as I'm trying to solve my problem here, I actually had two accounts, and I think I might have picked the one that wasn't verified. So we will go through and see that here in a moment. Now, the time slots that we talked about earlier, that was only available on the featured plan, so that's not going to matter. And then we have our category here. So you can organize your account better. Maybe like if you have different types of posts, or if you had different businesses, you know, which most of you are not going to have, that wouldn't apply. But I'm just trying to think why they would offer this category page. And for the most part, I don't know that it's something that's going to be helpful unless you think so. But you can see that you can choose different colors to help you recognize it. And you can choose which of your accounts go into it. So you could have, like, maybe your LinkedIn goes in one account and or one category, and your Google My Business goes in the other to help you organize things. But that's up to you. If you want to later change the ones you've done, you would just click on your account to do that. And let's see if there's anything important in the settings. You might want to check your time zone. Make sure that it's posting correctly, and it did automatically assume the correct one for me. The UTM parameters, if you use Google Analytics to track your traffic, and you can use these UTM parameters to help you know which of your different marketing endeavors are helpful, then you can enable that here. That's something we would definitely have to get into another thing, because it's a bit more of a complicated aspect of marketing. But that's nice to know that they have an option for you guys to do that. If you need tutorials, they have their own tutorials in here. Even FAQs, if you need help with them, you can chat with them. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot I'd asked them about some questions in the past, so I already, even though I chatted with them like weeks ago about something, it's showing up in my thing still. So let's go back to our queue and see if it posted this time, and hopefully everything is working. Yes! So the only reason that it didn't work the first time was just because they didn't give me a lot of detail, and for some reason they were showing me both a verified and an unverified version of this account. So nothing that you guys should have to worry about. You shouldn't have any concerns with failed posts, and that was just an unfortunate glitch of our video here. But you can see that we now only have one still scheduled for next week in here, but you can go ahead and queue up more. And again, you can see which ones you have that are repeating versus one time. So all in all, I think that this is a pretty nice option if you need to be able to schedule your Google My Business posts and you don't mind paying their monthly fee. I like, compared to the recur post option, that I think they limited you to only 10 one-time posts. So again, depending on what you're going to be doing, if you have more posts that you feel like it's something that you only want to publish at once and not have on any kind of repeating schedule, I think that this would be the better one. And if you liked like the queue option, they really work very differently. So I would be happy to answer questions for anybody who's trying to decide between the two. If you've watched both tutorials and you're still not sure, let me know, and I can maybe do a better comparison and help explain examples better of how one works versus the other, because they're really very different in how they operate. And both would do a great job of doing the Google My Business. Speaking of, now that our post has published, let's check it out. Okay, I've just did a quick Google search, and here it is. You can see that is showing our previews. We can click on it. You can see the graphic, read everything. Although interestingly enough, our buttons are not showing, but you know what? This one I posted directly through the Google My Business, and it's not showing there either. So that is not, I think, a reflection on OneUp as much as it is a reflection on Google My Business these days. And if you guys have any more questions, I'm just going to try clicking on this to see if it'll show us that call button over here. That's the one lovely thing about all these social media sites and marketing tools, is that nothing stays the same. Oh, there we go. So if I look at it from the map view, there you go. I have the option to call now. So that's definitely something I feel, though, that Google does change things regularly. So what works today isn't always there in another couple months, or they might add new features and change. It's constantly evolving, and I'm always happy to help you guys out. If you are looking for something that you can't find anymore, I can help you figure out what happened and what the best options are. But the other thing that I will say about Google is that they don't always give you all the same features in all the places. I know if you watch some of my Google My Business tutorials that there are certain features, like the services, I believe, is one of them. Like, you only get that on mobile. Some of the different things there's a lot of information you can fill out on your Google My Business profile, and it's not all available from the desktop view. Some of it is only available on the phone view. So one last little comment here is when I mentioned that option to turn it to the photos. So these are the photos. And this is why I would not want to have added that one to be a permanent part of this collection. I think it's a great marketing piece. It would be great to repeat this and address it. but it's not one that I want to be showcased as the key component of a business. And hopefully that answers all your questions about that. And, back here to OneUp. And hopefully you can now start posting more regularly on Google My Business to get more feet on your table, everyone.